a doctor, a scientist, was on the verge of getting a Belgium citizenship, but he left it and came back to Bharat to serve our motherland.
So mindset, intelligence, hardworking people. So I have zero doubts about that.
Now you see that India becoming a super house of
At
semiconductors.
least 25,000 jobs will be created.
We have all seen Swades and felt very emotional about it. Today, we have the real life Swades story where a doctor, a scientist, was on the verge of getting a Belgium citizenship, but he left it and came back to Bharat to serve our motherland. Today, we welcome Dr. Vijay Raghavan and we would like to know his story. Hi, I'm Bhavita Thakkar, your host for today's podcast, and we are going to learn more about the amazing scientist and his life and his work. Welcome, Dr. Radvan.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, it's wonderful day.
Okay, before you became this giant big scientist, we would want to know the little Vijay Raghavan. How was it all about and how was your childhood?
Oh, it was a very typical middle class family situation where the focus, especially by my mother, was on education. So she wanted all the children to really focus on education. And there was a time when it's funny. She would say, at least get a PhD from IISc.
Oh wow, that's lovely.
And I would say that, do you know what that means? Do you know about getting into IISc, Indian Institute of Science? It is so challenging.
Yeah.
But it's because of her push and her encouragement that we managed to do that. In fact, 3 of our siblings managed to get into IISc to do a PhD.
Oh
So-
wow.
So the focus was always on education. And thanks to my mother.
Oh wow, you have family full of doctors then.
Well, yes, including the siblings and also the spouses.
That's very
Yes.
inspiring. That's very rare and that's very inspiring.
Yeah, and thanks to my mom.
Oh wow. So you were always an academic good topper kid or you catch it up later on?
No, it's much later, and then I don't think it is anything to do with the topper of the class. I was from a small town actually. It was very difficult to understand or even know. It is because my sister, for example, she was the first to go into the academics. We followed her, but otherwise there is really nothing to do with class topper, and there is actually no connection.
Oh,
It's a will to go there. That's all.
okay. So what made you to choose semiconductor as your like career path?
Actually, this was way back in 90s actually. In
Okay.
fact, 89 and 90.
Right.
It was not semiconductors really. I went to IISc to do a workshop on astronomy and astrophysics.
Wow.
And post that, I had landed up in IISc's physics department looking at the semiconductor lab. It was extremely attractive, and I was introduced to some of those equipment where Sir C.V. Raman has actually worked on.
Oh wow.
The ancient instruments, of course. So then we decided that, yeah, that's the place I should go and then work on. It's just a dream.
Oh,
And that's how I landed up. And then semiconductors was just coming up
right.
in the department in IISc,
Right.
physics department. So I happened to land up there to do my PhD.
Oh, so I am a very layman media person, you know me. Can you please, for a person, boil it down like what you did in your bachelor's, what was your master's, and how you did your PhD?
It is sadly the stereotypical 10 plus 2 and then do your BTech or BSc. I went to BSc. I wanted to do physics. And then I was attracted to, for example, astronomy and astrophysics, as I told you, and then followed that. Things have changed, the interests have changed, got introduced to new topics. Semiconductors is being one of them. The lab was very attractive. Those days, it was a modern lab. So that's where we started the journey, actually.
Right. Okay, then you did your master's.
Masters was, of course,
Yeah.
I did masters in solid state physics.
Okay.
But post-masters, I came for my PhD in IISc, Indian Institute of Science.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. Many people take science, but there are very few who stays in love with it for life. So, what was it for you? Like, how are you still in love with science? Because I see you and I know you are genuinely like curious about it every day.
So that's a very, very good question. So the culture in those days in India was either you become a typical technology person, BTech,
Right. Right.
or a MBBS.
Right.
In fact, the trend was really sadly that if you didn't get any of these, you'll go for sciences or arts. For a change, I think I was right from the beginning interested in doing science.
Hmm.
Probably it was in our family also,
Right.
because three of our family members, we have five siblings, all the three are from the same department.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, PhD in physics.
okay.
So it continued actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely interested in physics.
Okay.
I did not know which part, but which particular specialization,
Mm-hmm.
but I was interested in physics.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So that's how I joined the physics department. It's a different story that the focus later on went into semiconductors,
Right.
but that's how we started.
Right. So I'm assuming, like in our Gujarati household, when we have lunch or dinner, the discussion is about business and money and dango. But I'm assuming in your home, when you were having lunch and a dinner together, it was all about physics and science.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. In fact, before joining for my PhD, I was actually, for some reason, I was working as a representative. Actually, I was having a good salary,
Okay.
and but I've seen the student life in the campus in IISc, and then I just left that. Many people were actually surprised that I left a well-paying job
Right.
and joined for a much less fellowship valued PhD,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
So it is purely because the environment and the kind of things that were happening in Indian Institute of Science,
Right.
that I decided that that is what, in fact, right from the beginning, that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
So the first opportunity I got, it was tough exams and then tough interviews, but I cleared that and then get in, and that itself was a big achievement for me at that time.
Definitely, it is a
Yeah.
very big achievement. So, do you remember there was any particular day or a night when you thought, I want to do PhD?
I think in my family it was right from the beginning. If you are
Oh.
not a PhD, then I think you are an odd person out in the family. So
Oh my god, too much pressure for a little
yeah,
study.
it was there. It was there. Yeah.
Right. So everyone glorifies, like it is a glorified, like everyone says, oh, PhD, but no one talks about the tough and the dark days of doing a PhD. I'm sure you have had your own fair share of struggles.
Yes. Every PhD will go through their own struggle and then hardship.
Yeah,
I mean,
please enlighten us. Like, how was it? What was your toughest day? How did you go through it? It will be really inspiring for other people who wants to do it. They can learn something.
well, these were the days when there was really, I mean, not much of a computer, and then every data, every observation was taken in the notes. And it was, there are many days where the experiments that we have done have gone failing. The one thing that I have learned is, if things didn't work the way it should, that's not a failure, basically.
Okay.
It's another data point
Right.
in your experiment.
Right.
So there are innumerable number of such examples. But one of the most interesting thing that I have gone through is the semiconductor lab of physics department, which was both very ancient with extremely old equipment in it. One of that is
Oh.
being an electromagnet, which was used earlier apparently by Sir C.V. Raman himself.
Wow.
It was sitting in our lab. What I still recall, we were doing some Hall measurements on a semiconductor piece of sample. Actually, we also had one of the most advanced modern equipments in the same lab. So together with my young faculty who just joined the department, we have in fact built that semiconductor lab. So I was very happy and proud to be a part of building some parts of that semiconductor lab in the modernity.
That's so nice. We feel so lucky, genuinely, to like be in a presence of someone like you who has built everything in Bharat, especially from scratch.
You will be surprised to know that many people
Right.
struggled even more.
Yeah.
That their stories are even deeper.
Yeah. But we know you. So we will talk about you. Okay, so then you have done your PhD and you have
Yes.
seen difficult days in your PhD. Then what happened in your life?
Oh, so this was around 90s and late 90s,
Mhm.
97, 98 ish. And we have done the PhD in semiconductor field, but there was no. I wanted to do industry basically. I wanted to move into industry, not to academics post my PhD. But there were not really many industries. In fact, there was nothing related to semiconductors like that options that we have now. So, as usual, every PhD generally goes for a postdoc. So, I went to to do my postdoc in France, in the French National Laboratories, working on certain advanced semiconductor layers which are useful for lasers, basically. So, I worked there for a year. This was year 2000. And then I realized that that research was also heading more towards an academic direction, which I didn't want to. So turned my focus to industry research actually.
Okay.
So that's when I applied for a job as a scientist in Philips Research in Eindhoven, Netherlands. And it's in itself, it was a different journey. We can talk about it if we have time. But then I joined Philips Research as a scientist after that.
Yeah. No, no, I want you to go in detail about because joining Philips Research is a big
Yes.
deal. It is a very big deal. Please tell us everything in detail. We have all the time in the world. So tell us about your Philips Research days. Tell us about your iMac days. Tell us about everything.
Okay. During those days when we were graduating out of the institution, software was the buzzword, basically. Everybody who was interested in doing something would do the software, get fantastic jobs, go abroad, go to US mostly. And we here have spent another 4 or 5 years more than our classmates, for example, and then went for PhD. And a lot of people looked at us and then said, "What a waste of your time." And here we are earning a big salary as a software person. But I was more interested in continuing in the physics and then especially in semiconductor subject. So Philips, those days or even now actually, whatever Philips that is remaining, is an extremely advanced research oriented industry.
Yes, yes.
Or a corporate basically. So I really prepared very well for that interview. I really wanted that. One of the main reason is because I wanted to go to Europe. I'm a field hockey player at that time. So the Philips Research Eindhoven, they call it SPRL, Philips Research Laboratories. Across the Philips Research Laboratories was world's one of the most famous hockey clubs actually. Arenswart it was called. So my choice of the place of work was also precisely to see that I will also entertain my other hobbies, which is traveling as well as playing field hockey. And where else than Philips Research? So it was a wonderful time that I spent in almost a decade actually, working on quite a lot of processes basically.
Right.
I worked in BICMOS processes. I mean, it is just a word. Don't pay attention to what it means at this moment.
Right.
But it was mostly a semiconductor foundry or fabrication, actually,
Right.
making devices,
Right.
doing advanced research, and we were supporting the R&D and production counterpart of Philips Research. At those days, we had a foundry also with us.
Right.
So, yes, for about 3 to 4 years, the entire group that was working on advanced silicon process options, it is called, the group was called, which was working on BiCMOS and bipolar devices, unlike the CMOS. And then the entire group, including the clean room, is closed, and then we moved to Belgium. So Belgium has one of these fantastic advanced semiconductor research lab, or a fab actually, which is called IMEC.
Right.
And they would host all the industries, including IBM, Intel, Philips Research, to sit in their premise, use their advanced fabrication facility.
Wow.
So that's where rest of my corporate research life I spent in IMEC in Belgium.
Right. Which is a favorite spot for you, iMac or Philips?
Oh, both. I mean,
Not
it's
choose
very
one.
difficult to say. Well, I built my family
Oh,
in Belgium. My
okay.
kids are born there.
Okay.
I spent, so we have a lot of
Personal memories.
beautiful memories
Right.
from Belgium. It's a
Right.
place called Leuven
Okay.
in Belgium where IMEC is.
Right.
Yeah, and IMEC has also taught a lot to us
Right.
about a clean room environment, semiconductor fabrication, and the likes.
Right.
So IMEC, you can say.
iMac. Oh, because of,
The-
yeah.
and Belgium Leuven.
Nice.
Yes.
So we know that you were offered a Belgium citizenship.
No, it's not an offer, but we were at the verge of.
Yeah,
We
of
were
not
there
only.
for long enough time.
Yeah.
My kids were born there,
Yeah. So
and we could have, taken the
what?
citizenship
Yeah.
eventually.
But then you, along with your family, choose to not take that and come back to Bharat and serve our motherland. What was the whole journey and mental process all about during that time?
Somewhere all through my stay,
Right.
I was missing uh,
Ah,
Bharat, my
right.
motherland. I was definitely missing it.
Right.
More so coming from Bangalore, probably I really missed Bangalore a lot.
I'm sure.
And the darshanis, and then
Yeah.
those are include
Filter coffee.
filter coffee including. I was missing it. Um, Somewhere I also wanted to come back to IISc in
Oh.
my mind. I really wanted to come
Oh.
and then work in IISc, whichever capacity that it is.
Yeah.
I already told you that I was not too keen into academics,
Right.
but I heard at that time from my contacts here that IISc is coming up with a fab, or
Mhm.
at least a reasonably advanced semiconductor fabrication facility.
Mhm.
Um, and I was hoping and I was
Mhm.
imagining at that time that that could be India's IMEC.
Right.
And it is indeed, I must say.
Right.
So I wrote back to my faculty members,
Mhm.
and then they said, yes, you can come and join us. And I think I have not done a wrong thing at all. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
choice of. It hurts sometimes that we have plugged the family from a well settled scenario,
Right.
but that happens.
Yeah.
So we have taken the risk and then we have come. The family has come, moved to Bangalore, and I was in IISc in at the right time at the right place,
Right.
because there were. It will be very interesting story to tell about where and how the advanced nano science and
Right.
engineering department actually started from there, but we originally started in a container. Actually, there were
Oh.
two containers.
Okay.
They converted that into a clean room, and they
Oh.
started their nanoscience program there. In fact, they started with a program called Indian Nano User Program, INUP.
Okay.
So I was there from the beginning to see the groundbreaking of the area where they were building a very big national nano fabrication facility. So I
Right.
learned a lot in that exercise. Earlier in my Philips life, I was using a facility
Huh.
as a user. Now
Right.
this has become building a facility
Oh
or
wow.
learning how a facility is built, and then be on the other side
Oh wow.
services. So I've
Right.
seen both sides actually, and IISc,
Right.
thanks to it, has
Right.
given me that opportunity.
Right. But it's such a full circle and
Yes.
proud moment for you.
Yes.
From doing your research, studying, then being there, being the researcher, and
Yeah.
such a big part of it. Like your soul must be so
I was
happy.
so I mean I have gone through a cycle of life where the lab
Right.
was constructed. It is an
Right.
old lab. Semiconductors was not at all known to people in those days, in the except for few places like TIF or
Right.
IIT Chennai. They were doing semiconductors at that
Right.
time. Otherwise, it was really not known. To coming to a place where we are building India's and probably equivalent to likes of Stanford, state of the art clean room facility was built.
Wow.
It is called National Nano Fabrication Facility,
Right.
running an extremely successful program, which has eventually has become a department in itself.
Right.
Actually, I've seen that happening.
Right.
From a service center, it has become a department called Center for Nanoscience and Engineering, SEMS otherwise called. So I have become a CTO there, and then started assisting in that program, and I'm very, very happy that I
Yeah.
got that opportunity
Yeah,
to do that.
I'm sure. And such a full circle movement also.
Yes, yes, it
From
was.
studying to
So,
being the CTO.
coming back to the
Yeah.
statement, yes, I was I did the right thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Moving
yeah.
in, and then, and of course, family also
Right.
uh,
I'm sure.
settled, and then it was nice.
So when you move back to India, did anyone made you feel like you made a foolish decision, leaving such big giants and coming back to our motherland?
There were always people who were wondering why you were doing it,
Right.
and they would say, maybe that oh, India, you'll have struggle and all that. I must say my family, but
Right.
they supported me.
Oh, nice.
My wife, kids. Kids, of course, were a bit unhappy, but my wife supported.
Right.
My family. She said, you can just come back. That's not a problem.
Nice.
And whatever may be the case, I would have come back.
Oh,
So I wanted to come back. But what was very important was that there was a support. There were people to take care of
right.
the family if anything happened. And as I told you, that the real thing in semiconductor research, at least, was happening. So I think it all turned out very well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it like to work at such global level companies where you have all the infrastructure and everything, and then coming back to India where everything is just building up and you are the one to build and help build everything from scratch? So how was that difference for you?
So this is the time when even I should not forget that the people who were at the academic helm those days were also very, very capable people who did the same thing.
Mhm.
They had good jobs in the likes of Intel or a faculty position abroad from good places. They also were already there as faculty members. So I should acknowledge that. Uh, and working in the likes of Philips Research, which became NXP Semiconductors later, or IMEC, is a life changing experience. Especially, I must make this point. Most of the Indians were everywhere, right? They're the smart students,
Right.
and they were there mostly in software, but also in VLSI design. So, Philips already had Indian diaspora as VLSI designers, but I think for a good long time, I was the only process oriented guy from India. So I was pretty lonely in that space. That said, IMEC was truly an international establishment where, if I remember properly, at least people from 70 to 80 different countries representation was there.
Wow.
Okay. So there are many things it taught. First of all, how an extremely advanced clean room or a semiconductor foundry should look like, how you behave, what kind of things happen. We were working with people who are the Bhishmas of the subject, actually, from Philips. The people who were the names that we've been hearing from the books,
Right.
semiconductor books, they were our colleagues.
Wow.
So learning was a continuous process.
Right.
And I still remember and then follow and then use what I have learned as the basic principles of uh, doing research in such an environment. So that is about NXP or Philips Research and IMEC. Now, coming back, we should understand that um, it was more or less the first ever such research center in semiconductor fabrication in IISc. So we were really, there are other places, but they were mostly labs, actually.
Right.
So in fact, when I had the responsibility of taking all the visitors around the National Nano Fabrication Center, they said, I would say this is not a lab, this is a fab. I would introduce, that's how.
Right.
So whatever we have learned from such a place like IMEC obviously came to use here.
Right.
And we were doing it for the first time. So there were a lot of things that we have to adopt to the Indian scenarios and circumstances.
Right.
And there was no experience as such of semiconductors. And even now, actually, the case, I must say. But that was definitely the case.
Right.
So I've seen the faculty and ourselves working day and night to set few things together. And I still have some of my writings there on the
Of course.
walls
Yeah, yeah, I'm
there.
sure it has
Yeah.
to be there.
So yes, the experience is that of continuous learning.
Right. Okay. So now you see that India becoming a super house of semiconductor. We know government is supporting and everyone is coming. What are your thoughts on that?
So India wants to be a superhouse, or at least get itself right in semiconductors, which they missed earlier.
Okay.
Okay, we missed
Okay.
many boats
Okay.
in the
Right.
meantime.
Right.
But it's a wonderful news for us that
Right.
the government is stressing on India semiconductor mission.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of things are happening,
Right.
but I must still say that we have to do a lot of catch up. We will
Right.
come to that at a later stage on what it is like.
Right.
But yes, there is a lot of scope, a
Right.
lot of things to do, and a lot of need and
Right.
requirement for our consumers also, semiconductors. Research and development and services and education is one thing. The second thing is production.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
unless and until we start making
Right.
chips and sell it,
Right.
we are not there yet. So we have to do that.
Right. Do you think we will be able to catch up with the global giants which we have in Taiwan and Japan and other places? Do you think how long will it take for us to reach there?
I wouldn't even think of catching up, and I won't think in those lines at all.
Okay.
If you ask me honestly, I wouldn't even think of that because we were it's an advanced technology.
Right.
So they've taken 30 years
Right.
to be where they are.
Right.
Okay, and there's a discipline, there is a governmental support, infrastructure.
Right.
It's a very carefully, organically grown habit.
Right.
Semiconductors.
Right.
Okay, so instead of that, I would say it's about time to focus and do it here in India.
Right.
Okay, so I would just completely focus on it, and it comprises of a whole lot of things,
Okay.
not just physics or not just semiconductors.
Right.
An entire ecosystem is out there to grow. Okay, so it will happen.
Right.
It is going to happen. It is happening.
It is happening. Yeah, we can see it is happening really.
Yes.
Okay, so sir, where do you see Bharat now is talent wise, infrastructure wise, and mindset wise when it comes to semiconductor? We know government is supporting and all, but what is the real, actual, and factual scenario?
Very positive.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
okay, things are happening.
Okay.
The It's a will of the government that makes things happen. To tell you honestly, so this Indian semiconductor mission,
Right.
okay, they are right on it,
Right.
and we already see so many announcements happening, and there are some of them are happening. What is very important to understand for, in fact, most people is when they say semiconductors, what it is. Okay, there are many parts to semiconductors. One is the design.
Right.
Okay, VLSI design. We were already there for the past 10, 15 years. We are doing very good in VLSI design. Actually, there are so many what they call as a fabless companies in this country. For the past decades, it has been there. Okay, that's one part. The design will then convert into on the wafer chips, fabrication part or a foundry. I'm just using these words so that people will relate to them.
Yeah.
There is a VLSI design
Right.
where you make the design basically. You do the blueprint.
Right.
Very common,
Right.
very common man words.
Yes.
I would like to use
Yeah, please use layman's
layman
words.
words,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you do the design,
Hmm.
and then you want to put that design on the wafer. It is literally like an artist making a design in his mind and then putting that design on the sheet of paper
Right.
to realize the work. But first he has a plan, or even the artisans who do the prints on saris, for example. I really give these examples in my talks
Yeah.
because that's most related.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to put it on a wafer. That is where the foundry and fabrication comes into picture, and that was totally missing in this country, and that is the one which is extremely capital intensive.
Right.
Okay, investments and resources are extremely important for that. This was happening entirely in the places like Taiwan, later on in China, initially in US, Europe, then Taiwan came up, and Korea and Japan.
Right.
It somehow bypassed India completely for some reason. We missed that completely.
Yes.
That's why this struggle, and that's why so much of support is required to catch up with these kind of things. Okay, that is, now you have done the design, you've put it on the wafer.
Yes.
Then now lot of things that are happening in the country already, that you see semiconductors are coming up. You should to get into the details of that, it is actually the packaging of that.
Right.
Once you have made your multiple chips on a wafer,
Right.
many people have seen these things. Actually, you cut these pieces and then put them in a nice environment.
Right.
Packaging.
Right.
Okay, we already see they're called OSATs.
Right.
Okay, we already see them happening. Now it is that missing link that is focus is, and Tata, for example, is one of that, and there are many other announcements in other fields also that are coming in: silicon carbide, gallium nitride, and all those things. Devices made out of them, power devices, chips, and all. So that requires an intense work.
Right.
Okay, and the focus that is in the making, and that's where also Monk comes into picture.
Right. Yes.
Okay, we will talk about that going forward.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
that does it answer your question?
Yes, yes, it does. So, but do you think that people here have the skill set and the mindset for semiconductors now?
I have no doubt mindset, yes,
Okay.
because there is no such place in any of this cycle of things that I have talked to you about.
Right.
Design, you already know,
Yeah.
Indians are there.
Yeah.
Packaging, they're there.
Right.
Go to any advanced foundry in the world, you will find Indians there.
Definitely. Yes.
They are in the fundamental research part, no doubt about it. They are in the designing part.
Yes.
They are in the foundries, but wherever the foundries are.
Yes.
So mindset,
Yes.
intelligence,
Yes.
hardworking people, we have plenty.
Right.
So I have zero doubts about that.
Right. Right.
Okay. But do we have the expertise here now in the ecosystem? That is not there.
That is a missing
Okay.
little link.
So here I should tell my journey. Okay, because I have been hiring people, I have been training people
Yes.
in my capacity.
Right.
It turns out that our education system, which is in a big debate and then talk anyway,
Right.
nowadays, what you should teach and syllabus and all that, even in technology, we are mostly theoretical. Okay, and semiconductors is a new field as far as Indian ecosystem is concerned, especially when you want to do production. Okay, so now here is a thing: in Indian semiconductor mission, they have come up with an proposal that at least 25,000 jobs will be created.
Wow, that's
in
a
coming years.
number.
Okay, you don't have so many people in that field in various levels. Basically, you need PhDs, you need masters, you also need diplomas.
Yes.
That is my focus, and I'll come back to that
Yes.
categorically
Yes.
to you on that.
Okay.
So there are only few of these. And then in which field? It is not necessarily semiconductors, right? Or physics or electronics. No. Because when you're building a semiconductor industry,
Right.
every discipline contribution is needed.
Right. Right.
Central part is design, software, semiconductor science or physics, whatever you call that. But there's a lot of chemistry involved. So we need chemical engineers,
Yeah.
chemistry people,
Right.
okay, mechanics,
Mm.
right? Even construction wise, we do not know much.
Right.
Building a semiconductor fab is a whole new exercise. It is not just like building a civil construction.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to understand that as well.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, you can always ask some experts from outside to come and then build it in the initial stages. That will happen.
Right.
But when you say, do we have it in this society to do that? We need to start from the grassroots,
Right.
teaching related subjects, focusing not necessarily on, I mean, right now, of course, again, like software, like design, like AI is coming, and that is also very, very important.
Right.
In modern fabs, you do require that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that we 25,000 people
Yes.
they need actually in all walks of life. You have to teach that somewhere. You have to get that
Yes.
number.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and more is required in all walks of life, basically.
Right.
The semiconductor ecosystem,
Mm-hmm.
the consumables that you require, we have it already. We need to align ourselves and educate ourselves from a so-called, let us say, the textile industry is there, the pharma industry is there. They're already there. They need chemicals. They are making them here. We need to now focus on how you need to use them in semiconductor industry. It's a whole new game altogether by then.
Yes.
Okay, equipments, for example.
Right.
You need advanced, very expensive equipments to make semiconductors. Okay, we don't have any of that. We need to start doing that.
Right.
This is a land where we have made things earlier.
Yes, definitely.
At least we have epics which talk about doing things.
Yes, yes.
I mean, there is some reason that it is there.
Yeah.
We can do it,
Yeah.
but we have to start doing it. So again, I come back to say PhDs are required, masters, but most importantly, diplomas.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and you start doing that now. So it is already happening, by the way.
Right.
So as I said, that Indian nano user program, which is
Right.
already now 10-15 year old,
Right.
has successfully trained many people.
Right.
Okay, but you need to do more of that.
Right.
You need to have these people have a hands-on experience,
Right. Right.
production oriented in semiconductors.
Right.
Okay, just like we have done, like for example, Rajkot has got so many MSMEs. There are people who are capable of doing things.
Definitely. Yes, they are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think that it is possible, but a true training, focused subject training, hands-on experience in terms of, like, let us say internships or something like that, these are all required.
Right.
Okay, the focus should be also on that.
Yes. Okay, now that you're talking about this thing, if a 16-year-old is watching this podcast, what do you recommend him or her to do if that person wants to come into semiconductor industry?
Oh, good question. Actually, the Gen Z are very smart.
Yeah,
Number
they
one.
are.
So they have already heard, and there is enough noise about semiconductor ecosystem in this country. Okay, there is enough. They know it already. So the current situation is that, and was all the while people who wanted to do good wanted to go abroad.
Yes.
Okay, they're
Yes.
after this H1B and all
Yes.
that. Now, it's a blessing in disguise that H1B kind of things are challenging now. I wanted to say to the young generation, whatever you are, that's why I said,
Yes.
it is not just semiconductors.
Yes.
You will be surprised that in the past few weeks, I have been busy interviewing people,
Right.
and I am talking to people who have done chemistry.
Oh,
I am talking to people who have done mechanical engineering.
Oh.
There are utilities requirements.
Right.
Electrical engineers are required.
Right.
So, whatever you are doing,
Right.
if you think that you want to move and then contribute to the semiconductor industry and find yourself in that job, then you simply do that well and focus it and orient it towards foundry and then fabrication.
Right.
Then it is there. There is a job waiting for these people at the other side.
Right.
Okay. So
Yes.
be that whichever discipline that you are doing your degree on. In fact, degree doesn't matter so much.
Okay.
As much as your interest to do it and your acquired knowledge
Right.
to be a part of a semiconductor industry.
Right. I'm going little off topic, but is it safe to say that people are this day saying on internet that AI are going to take all the jobs? But talking to you, a person who's working in real life, not on the internet, AI are not taking our jobs. In fact, we are building
There
jobs.
are a lot of job requirements.
Right.
India is building all the time. You can
Right.
see that there is a civil constructions are on, there are
Right.
bridges are on, there are roads
Right.
are on, there are foundries that are coming up. So you can't. I mean, that's a whole lot of different topic, and
Yes.
then there are experts who have been talking about AI will take away your job and all
Right.
that.
But
Uh,
it's not going away
there are a
anytime
lot of
soon.
jobs.
Yeah. Okay.
If you do you study, there are a lot of also courses that are happening
Right.
in this direction, and I have been talking to a lot of people. We are, as a monk tech, we are also talking to a lot of diploma colleges, for example, signing MOUs that they should teach something related to semiconductors in wherever field that they are in, and then we will take them as interns and then train them like that. There are many opportunities to do internship and then learn more about it, and we'll entertain them, and like that there are many places where they can
Yeah.
get jobs. So yes.
Yes. That's very inspiring.
Yes. I mean, you asked whether we can do this. We
Ye-
are already doing it.
Yes.
Whether our diaspora has the capacity to do that, yes, they have. They
Yes.
are intelligent, they are hardworking, they are smart.
Mm-hmm.
Just I want the youth to understand
Mm-hmm.
that whatever you think can happen in West or outside the country is already happening here.
Right.
This is by far the best moment to be in this country.
Definitely. Definitely, I second you on that.
And in semiconductors, more so.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I wanted to tell the youth,
Yeah.
that there are things happening
Right.
and this is a moment to participate in it.
So, after this deep work in the field of science, talking to today's youth, literally coming up with internet and everything, tell me one thing, what does life has taught you about everything in life? We would know to have your experience from a person like you who has like literally worked across the globe and now coming back to the motherland. Your perspective about life, philosophical you can be.
That's a very deep question, and I probably cannot do justice to these kind of questions. But my take here,
Yeah.
there are many points in my life when I was trying to do instead of BE or BTech, BSc, trying to show interest in physics, do masters also in physics. There are a lot of places where people who are there to advise that, oh, why can't you do that? Why can't you do engineering and all that? There's nothing wrong in doing what you want to do. Choosing science and continuing to do science, still pursuing a job also in the same line, is the best thing that I have done.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
It's extremely important to do science also, not just to do other things. Fundamental science is also very, very important. I happen to get into application related science and industry related science, semiconductors. But now you see, India is talking of, everybody is talking about semiconductors.
Yes.
So when I look back, I did the right thing by not shifting to a field which would have at that time point of time give a job. No, that's not important. What is important is what you like,
Mm-hmm.
and there is always an opportunity to contribute.
Right.
And now it is working.
Right.
Okay, like that. In fact, in general, whatever that you are doing, you continue to do that with conviction.
Right.
Okay, science is definitely one of that. It's a wonderful thing
Yes.
to do.
Yes.
Okay, technology also,
Right.
other subjects also, but you do it with conviction till the last.
Right. Yes.
Then you will enjoy your work as well.
Where do you see India and Indian scientists going? What kind of India you see they are building up now in the future?
Fantastic question, actually. So we talk mostly about semiconductors.
Yes.
That's what I'm working on.
Yes.
But there is much more that is happening. Okay, and I feel that India has a scope and hope
Right.
to be on par with the world.
Right.
Though we have in some subjects we are catching up, the other subjects we are already there. Within semiconductors also, I wanted to say, technically speaking, there is silicon based semiconductors for the layman,
Right.
and there is now a different kind of a semiconductor devices that are happening in gallium nitride.
Right.
Okay, we are already catching up there.
Hmm.
But there is also an entire advanced research and technological activities that are happening in what is called photonics
Right.
and quantum subjects.
Right.
Okay, quantum computing. The government has already understood the importance of putting focus on these subjects. Lot of funds have come, lot of new labs and facilities are coming up in these fields as well, photonics and quantum computing.
Right.
Okay, another one which is extremely important in semiconductors is to do the MEMS and sensors.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
so in future
Mm-hmm.
all of these will also be topics of interest
Right.
and add both to research and development related jobs, and eventually this becoming production related jobs.
Right.
And remember, India being such a big country with a huge consumer base, we require as many
Hmm.
production units
Right.
in all these subjects.
Right.
Okay, so what I see is that semiconductors is already happening,
Mm-hmm.
photonics, okay,
Yes.
and quantum computing.
Right.
The focus is now pretty much on these as well in research and development
Right.
before it goes for production.
Okay. So we have a really huge hope for science in India.
Oh yes, and everything. In fact,
Yes.
India is building very
Right.
rapidly.
Right.
So that's why I said that
Yeah.
I'm talking about 25,000 jobs in purely standard semiconductor chip manufacturing and ecosystem.
Right.
But then there is much more to it. So the youth are now in the right place and the right
Yes.
time actually.
Yes.
So they simply have to do right things.
Yes.
Then they are there and they are going to be a part of the future making of this country,
Right.
Bharat.
Yes.
Okay, what more do you want?
Yes. Truly. You have lived abroad and work with so many foreigners. Do you think they're underestimating us when it comes to science or any other part?
Not now anymore.
Now,
Okay,
okay.
there was a
Good.
time when probably some of them have not even seen a brown skin in certain fields. I
Okay.
really,
Okay.
I told you that in
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
and fabrication, I was probably the first in that milieu
Right.
from India. They have seen a lot of software and VLSI engineers. But I don't think that is the case anymore now.
Right.
The um, you know the stories that the passport of India or
Yes.
Bharat
Yes.
has its value now.
Yes.
So are the people.
Yes.
Now, we are making a difference. People realize it.
Right.
People know it also.
Right.
And sometimes people fear it also.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I would say that again, I won't hesitate to repeat what I've said,
Right.
that this is a time to be in
Yes.
this country and youth,
Yes.
lucky you.
Yes, yes, definitely. So, youth who is still, we had this when I was growing up during my time, it was a middle class dream to like study well and go abroad. But now things have changed. Now things are changing, and it has already changed to some extent, and it's still continuing. So, closing, what would you like to say to the youth and the people watching this?
So, one has to be focused anyway.
Yes.
Okay, that is for sure. There was one time when the equation was that you work hard, pass the entrance exams, go to IITs or things like that. Things have changed now.
Yes.
There are a lot many institutions, universities teaching lot many courses. AI also,
Right.
even to that matter, they're all coming in. Semiconductors is also there now, and I also told you that in the research and development stages we have got photonics, quantum computing, A lot of these things are coming. Okay. So the youth is very well aware of this.
Yes.
Now they should not be confused about these things. That's all.
Definitely.
Okay. They have to focus on what they want and simply pursue that in India, in Bharat,
Right.
and it will happen.
Okay.
Look no other place
Right.
than homeland.
Yes. So, thank you so much, sir, for letting us know that brilliance doesn't have to live India. They can come back to India, serve the motherland, and do brilliant and fantabulous job. This is Bhavita Thakkar signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.